So my second video for you guys on how to calculate rental numbers for a rental property for buy-to-let, for property investing. Now this one is not really stage one. Stage one, I've already done a video for you guys. We've talked about yield, needs to be 10%. We've talked about profit, needs to be obviously as high as possible. For me, the rule is £1,000 a month, or just don't even bother doing it. And we've talked about the equity created and being able to pull all your money back out, buy, buy, renovate, rent out and refinance. This is for people in stage 2 of property investing, and there's loads of you guys out there, and even if you're in stage 1, you will quickly get to stage 2, that kind of like huge climb to acquire property. At some point you say enough is enough. Now it took me a long time to think enough is enough because I love property, but at some point you go, actually, will it make any difference to my life if I buy any more properties? Which in the early days is a mental thought, but I'm promising you guys, if you get good at sourcing discounted deals, raising finance and buying property again and again, you'll get to that point. So let's talk about second stage numbers for property investors. So the first one is, you ready to write this down? Cost of capital as a proportion of rent roll. You fried my brain, Suze. What does that actually mean? It actually means cost of capital, which is your annual interest rate. So at your annual interest cost as a proportion divided by your total rent for the year. So let's just keep life super simple. Let's just say you've got 50 grand a year in interest cost, but your rent is 100 grand a year. So your cost of capital is 50 grand divided by your rent, which is 100 grand, which is a 50%. So 50% of your rent goes on interest costs. Now that's quite high. You want to be pushing that one quite low. But early days, and don't freak if you're in the higher area at the beginning, because what you've done, of course, in stage 1 is you've bought the properties, you've extended yourself, acquired. But stage 2 is all about pay down. That is true financial freedom. I do not subscribe to the let me keep borrowing for the rest of my life nonsense. That's like, you're not in charge of yourself. So first one is cost of capital as a proportion of rent roll. And what I want you to do every year is measure it. Don't freak if it's a bit high in the early stage, because you're just turning the cusps from stage 1 to stage 2 in property investing. And then I want you to push it down. I also want you, just for a laugh, every single year to make 20 grand or more per your current portfolio before you even go and buy any more properties, because that's a really fun game to have. The second one, and ain't none of us getting any younger, is age plus loan to value less than 100. So I'm not telling you my age, but shall I just tell you that it's in the 40s? That's all I'm going to say to you. So I want 100, take away my age, equals 0. And if it's more than that, then I am slightly too highly geared, because investing rules are, as you get older, more things go into cash and less things are in borrowings. So age plus loan to plus loan to value is less than 100. It keeps you on the right side of things. And then the third thing is just kind of like a fun game. As soon as you stopped acquiring, or as soon as you have a pay down strategy which may run alongside an acquisition strategy, and that's what I've got, I'm now paying houses off like little penguins, or what are they called, those I've forgotten what they're called, that game where things just go da-da-da-da-da-da. You know the one I mean. Dominoes, says Zach, my son. Like little dominoes. I'm just paying off houses. I want you to take big lumps of sum and pay off your houses, but I also want you on stage 2 to have a strategy that says 1% of my total debt is paid down every single year. It doesn't sound like much, right? But actually, if you pay 1% of your debt down every year, and you've got capital growth going on, within 10 years you've paid down 10% of your loan to value plus the capital growth, you're laughing, you're all the way to the beach. So those are the more mature stage 2 figures for working out your numbers on a rental portfolio. Good luck. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, because I've got tons of videos for you guys, and also huge resource for you on my website, thegoodpropertycompany.co.uk. Absolute shed loads of stuff for you guys to download. Guys, I've written loads of free checklists for you. Here is another one over there. It is how to analyze your property portfolio. Do what the big guys do, and girls. Download it now, figure out how to analyze your property portfolio.